yeah, but nobody wants to do the subtitles and all that. Okay, let's sit now.
Pongo enfrente y ya está.
Okay, I'm gonna sit here.
Okay.
You know what? You get camera, man? Of course, yeah.
Vale.
So, we could even use the tripod. Okay, anyway, so you're all from Spain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and you're just finishing high school?
We just entered college. Yeah.
You just entered college? Okay, very good. All right. Can you tell me what the mind is?
The mind?
Yeah.
It's a fact of thing.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Very abstract concept.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, what's its relation? Is the brain an abstract concept?
No, so much. A little bit, but it's more like scientific because it's an organ.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Like technically speaking, it's simple, but then if you
go deep into it, it's
sure.
very difficult to understand.
So it gets pretty complicated.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
But you wouldn't say it's abstract because it's like an organ.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like something like physical, so it's
okay.
Different.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, what's the relation between the mind and the brain?
I think that the brain is what generates the mind.
The brain generates the mind. Okay.
Yeah, I would say so. Like it generates it's like its battery somehow.
Like the battery.
Yeah, like it's the brain makes the mind work.
Okay. If it's just the battery, okay.
I mean, it's not only a battery. Like
what if someone said that the entirety of the mind is the brain?
I don't know, man.
Okay, let me ask you another question. What if someone said the soul is the brain?
I think that the mind is a part of the brain because the brain
exactly me too.
The brain makes like all the actions and everything we do is generated by the brain.
Exactly, like
but
this
the mind
I'm doing right now is like generated by the brain. But like the soul is like again more abstract concept compared to the brain, or even more abstract than the mind.
Okay. So the word, it's a little bit less clear sort of what the word is referring to, whereas the brain is clearly just pointing at this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Like the brain is the organ that does several things, and one of them is the mind that generates our rationality and the act of thinking, right?
And our thoughts.
I'm so glad you used that R word. So I was just about to ask you, are you rational? I was going to say, are you reasonable? But let's say that.
I think that in the world that we're living, we have to be rational.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in the world we live in, we have to be rational.
Yeah. So like rational and realistic, because it's a fucked up world.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta be realistic.
I want to see whether he has any questions for you before we let you go.
Okay.
So can I switch positions with him?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So what do you mean when you say we have to be rational? Are we rational naturally or no? And is it better for us to be rational in an ideal world or no?
I think that every single person is like rational, but in a different level. Like especially for example, like little kids would be like, oh, like I wanna have a mountain. It's like you can't have a freaking mountain in your house if you want. Like I wanna have a zebra. No, you can't. They're not rational. They're just kids. But as you get older, you'll be like, oh, I want this, but I can't have it. Or like I could have it, but it's not like realistic. Like I could have a zebra or a lion, but it's not like realistic, and it's probably illegal as well. So
I mean, I think our rationality is like both-sided. Like in one hand, we have the biological terms. Like for example, if you touch something and it's really hot, it harms yourself. So you say, I'm not gonna touch it because it's going to harm me. On the other hand, there's a lot of subject, like
Subjectiva?
Subjetiva.
Subjective things that we have invented, our human being, that are not like necessary, but we do it and we think like this because we have been criados así,
raised.
Yeah, raised like that. I don't know if I'm being
Well, can you give me an example of what's one of those things?
I can go outside with my hair undone because that's gonna be weird and that's not gonna be like normal.
Like social rules.
Oh, like for example, I can go outside with like a glass of water in my hand. Like,
Because it's weird.
but it's weird. I can do it, but it's like,
Yeah.
why are
Yeah.
you with a
Because
glass?
it's go beyond normality. But what's
Yeah.
normality?
Yeah.
It's created by us.
Exactly. Like, it's not like illegal. You can do it if you want, but like socially, it's like awkward. Like, why are you doing that stuff?
Yeah. Can I ask one more? Or are you done?
No, I have a question.
Go.
You go. You go if you want to.
Oh,
Is it-
who created those rules and why do they exist? Same one? Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
question.
well, very similar. Yeah.
I don't know, but that's a really good question. I don't know who created those rules. I think we just every single one of us like did, like intentionally or maybe not. And why do we follow them? Because at the end of the day, it's like they're like the rules. Like you have to do them if you want to like, ¿cómo se dice? Encajar.
We don't want to
Fit in. If you want to fit in society, like you gotta like follow them at the end of the day. Like some people don't, and it's okay, and they're like still like have a pretty normal life, but they will be like judged on or like criticized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, like I shave my head right now, I could like do it.
Yeah.
But people will like
But it's a message. It's a strong message if you do that.
exactly, and people will like criticize it because it goes against like social norm, normality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thank you.
I agree with
Okay,
you.
so I have one more.
Okay.
Do you have time for one last one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand then where some of these norms are coming from different, just what people are doing, and then that's what is normal, and then those are the rules that we have to follow. I understand why we feel compelled to follow that, because one of our sort of, there's a part of the brain that says, hey, if other people are doing it, then that's what you should do.
Yeah.
All right. So I
Like
understand.
pressure, like social pressure.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's called social proof, and I like social proof more because it's really like, it's not like you want to do something and then you're like, oh, but I have to do this other thing. Sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes it's literally like, what should I do? Oh, that's what people are doing, so that's what I should do, and then we're not even aware of that sort of. Okay, so I understand where that stuff comes from. Where might rationality come from? Does that come from the family? Does it? Are we all born with rationality?
I think we're all born with it, and like it's like common sense that you can be like raised to have more or less. Like for example, if my dad wasn't,
Because if you
Ah,
just say
okay.
rationality is part of social norms, then people in the autism umbrella, they are not like they do not
have
follow that social norms. So are they rational? I don't think we are born with them. I think it just it flows.
like
Okay.
we-
Yeah.
like our parents or like our family friends, like they teach us like how to be rational. Maybe
What about evolution? Do you think that it was important? Do you all accept evolution?
Yeah.
Do you think that it was important as we were evolving for our brain mechanisms to do rational things?
Yeah, I think that we are here now, and like the humans are humans because of our facility on development of the things that we act,
Yeah.
and our mind, our rationality is that something that is more or less lo que se nos diferencia de los animales, like it is lo que se nos diferencia de los animales, like
the things
Oh,
like
what makes us
different
separate
us
from
from
Yeah.
animals.
I mean, animals also like things too,
Yeah.
but it's one of the things that we like stand out more.
Okay. Awesome.